Guys,
So-
it's 12%. Get out of here.
For introductions, we have Livewire numero 3, numero tres, sorry. Playing Dark Valkyrie Diana. Captain Marvelous on Warlord Shen. Sleighbell Katarina being played by Captain Kickass. Got the K trifecta. We have Barakiri on Dragonblade Talon. Random on King Trendemir. And who do we have for Riot?
On the Riot side, we got Iron Stylus piloting the Sunshiny Lass. I think I've called her a Lass both times now. I'm going to come up with new names. That's me, Iron Stylus, playing the pool party Leona. Oh, my goodness, has got the High Noon Yasuo again. I'm getting a lot of deja vu from these guys. Riot Pado going to be running that Dragonblade Zed. Zephyriel, he's got himself a little ribbon. Looks like that's which ribbon is that? I can't. Is that Exile ribbon? I don't remember. And then Xgeniar is actually running the Silver Kale. So if you guys want to see some old school League of Legends skin action, Silver Kale, I believe, was shipped with the retail version of League of Legends.
Yes.
And if you're hearing those words and thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about? No, there really was a retail version of League of Legends that you could buy in stores.
League of Legends started as a download, like all games in the 21st century. And no, I wouldn't say that. Wouldn't say that much. But like all games since like what, 2008, 2009, everything was pretty much downloadable.
Like all games since everyone looked at Steam and went, "Damn, that's kind of an amazing idea."
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, "Okay, we're going to do that now."
Exactly. And then they just decided that when they had the full release of the game, after it got through the solid betas and everything, that they released a retail version. And then they're like, "Whoa, this doesn't seem right." And that was just for people that are like, "I don't want to download this. Give me a DVD. Give me something to install off. I can't do this. Too long. Too long. My 56K can't handle it. My modem's smoking."
Ethereal popping the ghost right out of the gate. Wants to make sure he gets that early cap. And will successfully do so.
Whew.
1 point advantage to the Rioters.
I know. It's going to be a strong 1 point later on. Now, for those of you that don't know, every kill costs points for the other team. Oh, a taunt onto Xgeniar. He's way too close. No intervention. He will flash out, get a heal. He does get another heal. He's ignited. Zephyriel actually is going to be the first one to go down. No, Kale was the first one to go down. And now they're flashing in, and Community ready to clean up. Livewire doing lots of damage to the backline. Pato wants to get random, but he's going to spin his way out of there. Oh my goodness. Trying to dash. He misses the Q, but picks up the kill onto Talon anyways, who raked his way into a bad spot. Zephyriel now already rezzed up, using that brand new trinket. And coming back in here, gonna get the knock-up onto Captain Kickass. Random, very low, but he's gonna chop his way to victory right here. Lots of damage coming down. Xgeniar, can he make it to the health? No! Triple kill for Random. The guy who didn't know how to ban does know how to right-click and picks up the triple early on.
This is starting to look a little bit painful for the Riot side, but obviously A-Bar, one of the game modes that can just kind of flip back and forth more than any other, actually. It's pretty crazy. It's always right down to the wire as to who's going to end up coming out ahead. But, you know, so much of this is just getting those last hits, getting that last chase down. Like you mentioned, a lot of Summoner heals got burned into an Ignite, so they lost a lot of effective health on that one. And the Rioters, you know, not going to be too happy with their opening this time around.
Ooh, Iron Stylus wanted to continue that engagement. Livewire is going to get stunned up by Zephyriel. They get some good damage down on there. Ooh, Kale picks up one kill. Riven grabs another one. Bakiri goes to the back line and picks up the Leona. Zephyriel now is level 6. Has the sword completed, but oh, the ult actually canceled. No? He died. I was like, wait, he canceled it? I was like, Shen, stand united.
Shen back to life. That would become instantly the most overpowered thing ever.
I was like, did he cancel it? He just was like, nope, I'm not going in. You're dead. I was like, oh, that's mean.
Nope, I'm already
not
dead.
The case, though.
I like this. There's a question from the chat. Why does Shen have arm guard? That's not a sword. That's a fair point.
That
neither is
a
Anya's
sword.
Hourglass.
And it doesn't build into, well, it's the Wuglit's Witch Cap, and that's not a sword. You're right. So someone needs to tell Captain... Wait, it's his game! He made this game mode.
My goodness.
This, I don't know what's going on. He's going to like change the rules. Like, oh, you didn't see the change? We have an ult from Pato. Wants to get the kill on Marvelous. Does not get it. He's been cheating with. So now, hopefully, he goes and commits suicide. Because that's not far. And then the Negatron cloak doesn't build anything with a sword either.
No, it can't. Mercurial.
Oh, yes, Mercurial. It does. Okay, you're right. I didn't even think of that.
As long as Mercurial exists on this game mode, which I assume it does. I do not play enough Crystal Star to know.
It does. Oh, Zephyr's going to get taunted up under tower. It will be neutralized. Trendemir getting credit for another kill. Already has a static shiv.
Apparently the Arm Guard is one of the components for Moonflare's Spellblade.
Oh.
That'll tell you how many times I built that item.
Yeah, same here. I didn't know. That's why we have chat.
Yeah.
Oh, good Yasuo ult on 2. Leona picking up 1. Oh my goodness, going to get out alive. Kale cleaning up a kill. Captain Kickass gets a kill, gets a reset, gets out of there. And Barakiri, not going to be so lucky. That'll be a kill for Kale. And a double right there. So Kale soaking up a lot of the kills. 4, 3, and 7, along with Talon actually now has 5 kills. And the assist masters going out to the Shen and Katarina.
And the Kale is going to be a major issue, actually. The Kale is the one who keeps picking up so much of this gold, so many of these kills. She's going to be arguably the burstiest champion on the map, with some of these item builds, especially picking up stuff like the Mana Moon going in. So it looks like some kind of a hybrid style Kale with the... Actually, I guess not, because you can't even build the Gunblade. Wait, is Gunblade a sword, or is Gunblade a gun?
You can't build Gunblade, but you could build Ginsu's would be really strong.
Okay, that's another good item on Kale. I'm looking on the list here, and I do see Hextech Gunblade in the list. So
it was under controversy when he first created it, and I couldn't remember which way he went. Because we've only played this once on stream, I believe, prior to this. And everybody just picked this one because it's the one I voted for. Which ended up being really difficult on the third remake. Ooh, double taunt from Marvelous right there. There is the intervention on Kale herself, but a cat ult gets almost finished in there. She doesn't get the resets though, and gets shut down by Riven. Oh my goodness. Wants a kill on a Captain Marvelous. Pato's like, you're too close to me. I'll give you some of this right click action with my blade hands. And Zephyr trying to cap and get the quest, which is not going to happen because he gets shut down. But the quest gives you 10% damage across the board for everybody on your team when you get the quest, and you get extra points off the clock. The resources dwindle from kills and captures all the way down to 100 points, but after 100 points you have to have captures. So I've seen a lot of games that like blast down to that 100-point mark, and then all of a sudden it just stalls out because they can't pick up the kills. And
it's a thing kind of what that's worth pointing out is that even if they just get to neutralize, if they can neutralize the point and then hold it neutralized and not allow the recapture, that will start ticking down the points rather quickly as well. Obviously, in this style of play where only 2 towers are active, the swings aren't as radical as in pure Dominion play, where you can have 2 to 3 tower differentials at any point in time. It's pretty rough. There's the engage from Diana.
Yeah, and oh my goodness, it's going to be the first one to go down. They have an intervention onto Cat. It's not enough. And Trendemir going to spin out without using the ult. Diana picking up a double kill. Pato grabbing the health relic and realizing there's not much that he can do. Oh, going to get hit by the Crescent Strike and Livewire finishing him off. So a triple kill. And Trendemir actually was forced to finally ult. He got tower aggro somehow.
Really nicely done there by the community side, though. They pick up the tower. They've got the 2-0 cap advantage right now, so it's going to be taking away lots of tickets for them. And they also pick up the quest as well, so not only the bonus 10% damage, but the extra resource depletion that comes along with picking that up. If I call them tickets, I'm sorry, that's just from playing Battlefield before this game mode came out. It reminded me of that.
Iron Stylus with the Solar Flare style points. Zephyr going really deep. Oh, doesn't get the kill onto random. He's so low, does not have ult. Zephyr gets a quick shield and intervention. Lives long enough. But it looks like Barakiri is going to actually pick a kill up on the backside, taking down Kale. But overall, it's going to be a 3 for 2, so a good engagement. Random with no ult actually just waltzed out of there with less than a bar of health.
Alright, Iron Stylus. What can you done? What can you done? That's how I'm going to English for the rest of the night. Iron Stylus, the guy who put the word style into Stylus, making all sorts of plays on that Leona. Got the Trinity Force done already. So he and his good buddy Freak are going to be ready to head out to the pun bar later on. Is that a thing? Are there pun bars in LA where people just sit around making really terrible jokes?
If there is, I expect to see Freak passed out on the floor every weekend.
It's like a picture of him on the wall. Do not accept this guy's credit card.
Cash only bar for random. Freak. Oh, Random gets knocked up and locked up. Kale actually picking up that kill. Oh, but they're all getting pulled back in by Livewire. The ult comes out. Well, every ult comes out. Xgenair is going to fall down next. Cat picking up a triple, but going to get locked down by the Yasuo ult onto 2. Captain Marvelous trying to fight him off. Talon comes back in just to fall over. Pato wants to get the kill. Oh my goodness. Can't close the gap. And now Livewire uses the revive there from the trinket and picks up the kill. Shen actually has 2 revives left. Along with a lot of people have 2 revives. They're hitting that next tier. So the way the new trinket works is you start out with a revive, you get another revive at level 8, I think, and then another revive at level 16. So you get 3 revives total. But you can only hold 2 revives at once. Livewire getting just... Wow. Just...
Yeah. The amount of just stand and deliver damage on the Riot side is enormous. The Kale is able to put out so much damage. Yasuo is able to put out so much damage. Riven, same story there. Whenever they drop that all at the same time, and if the community side stand in a big group, so much of that damage is AoE. They're going to get crushed down really quickly.
King Trendemir dives all alone, and they treat him like a Lannister. They let him die all by himself. Although the Lannisters kill kings and they are kings, so I don't know. Both.
Hard to tell, man.
But they're going back and forth.
I'm just kind of staring at Zephyriel. I'm waiting to see that situation where Zephyriel gets like a 3-man knockup with his 3rd Q, and oh my goodness, just dives into it, and they just drop the AoE paint.
I'm really feeling this Riot. We got this.
I'm really feeling this Riot comp. It hasn't really come to bear yet. They haven't been able to drop the big guns all at once, but I really like what they have going for them.
Yeah, Kale has this splash damage too. Ooh, Marvelous, a whiff. Does not get a taunt. Really wanted the silver Kale to be in his grasps there, but Scorpion's going to have to wait for another day. No, a knock-up from... Oh my goodness, I don't think he's going to follow up on that one anyways. Does have full flow, so he's ready to fight, but... Oh, there it is. Iron Style's going to go in. Oh, a good 3-man stun. The Wombo combo's coming out. Talon goes to the back line, but is met by an intervention from Xgenair. But Cat, unable to be locked up, and she ends up equaling out the kills there. Xgenair might be able to make it worth, but is going to fall back in a 3 for 4 exchange overall.
Xgenair just has to be really careful with his cooldown usage. He tried to go back in, but he did not have his the range mode of his E back up, and that's what caused him some problems. Going back in on the Captain Marvelous one more time. There's the taunt!
Got the taunt, but it was too little too late. The fire was already on its way. And kind of taunted him because didn't use Reckoning on Diana, but used it on Shen, and Diana's like, whoa, oh, crap. And just stayed a little too close. So a new quest is back up, and it's always on the bottom points when you're going all random, all bottom. Yes, the stream is laggy. Chillax. You know, this is like a once every 3 months type of thing. Where my ISP's like, nah, we don't have what you need tonight. I'm sorry.
The guy throwing the USB sticks he had a softball game earlier on in the day. He's just not up to snuff.
He's got stomach problems.
Is that stomach?
But it's not lagging on my side. It looks great.
On my screen, this game, oh man, it just looks beautiful.
So smooth.
Beautiful.
60 FPS. Woo! So the back and forth, they're waiting for another Another big fight. They're just... Oh, Livewire goes in, gets knocked up and shut down. Oh my goodness, says... Nope. Oh! Max range taunt onto Xgenair. They go over the wall. They try to get him, but Talon and Diana jump in there, putting lots of damage down. Pato gonna get one with his ult, popping from the death mark. Iron Stylus trying to get out of there. Random very low. Kale attack moving like a boss, but not enough. And they basically zoned Kale out of that fight and then created a 3v3 on the bottom side. And they just dominated the 3v3. Absolutely dominated. They only lost Talon in that fight, and he's not even that important.
That was just a really nice pick from Captain Marvelous, spotting the Kale over on the side, trying to go for the flank, and just taunting her out and starting the fight when the Rioters weren't in a position. The longer the community can keep this point capped, the faster the tickets, or the faster the resources will tick down towards that 100 mark that we talked about before. And once we hit that phase, it's pretty brutal. The way that this style of the game is played, sustain becomes really important. So that's why Hextech Gunblade is such an important item, Blade of the Ruin King is such an important item. Anything that you can do to keep you relatively healthy while you're trying to stand on this tower and defend the pushes from the enemy team becomes just such an extremely valuable resource.
Yeah, and there aren't a lot of AoE items you can get to really help put a lot of damage on the whole team. Ooh, Pato gets a good look right there. Captain Marvelous just knocked up. Lockdown. Oh my goodness, goes really deep. Knocks up Talon. Talon focuses on Zephyral, who tries to get in the fight. Will go down. Talon gets his mark. But they lose 4 members right there. Cat is very low and just barely gets out. Going through all the summoners. Stand United was never used. The Shen Cleanse wasn't used there as well. But Riot really putting together a great team fight right there. And
that's every time you see, as soon as the point gets capped, they're able to kind of take a second, group up, be ready. Captain Kickass gonna go in.
Captain Kickass goes in, gets a good shield. Iron Stylus going to be the first one to go down. Talon picking up another kill. Kale from the backside putting a lot of damage down, but Captain Marvelous focuses her down. Grabs that kill, but dies to the Ignite from Riven, as oh my goodness falls as well. And that's going to be the ace for community side right there, as they come back with guns a-blazing to defend their turret. And I don't think they're going to get cap right here, though.
So sneaky, he's able to get over there. Can't find anyone he wants to go in on yet. Doesn't have his ultimate available to him. But he can stall out this cap for quite a while.
He pops a ghost, stalls the cap. Pato not going to actually go down, lives through Diana. Random goes in, chops him a couple times. Makes himself a nice Zed salad. Oh my goodness, looking to close the gap, but cannot get it. Iron Stylus is like, let's go in, let's do this. Wind wall goes down. Valkyrie goes to the backside of it. We see Zephyral tries to turn around, is too little too late, falls, but the damage from Cat has already been done as she switches now. Xgenair in the middle of everything. Yasuo knocks up, knocks down. They win the 2v2, but in the end they lose 2 more. So it ends up being a 4-for-2 exchange. Zed the only one alive, and back in the same place he was 30 seconds ago, trying to defend this turret all by himself. The taunt is on, and he gets the ultimate off, though, and will pick up the kill on a Captain Marvelous as Scorpion pops in a bloody pile.
Look at Iron Stylus go. Just so brave, flashes forward into his death, doing everything he can to protect the tower for the team, but now you see random sustain starting to come back out. He's gonna take the Imperial down, and manage to get the kill before, oh my goodness, can secure that kill. And now he's gotta go back and cap that point. And I don't think Barakiri and Captain Kickass are gonna let him do that.
He gets a knock up, he starts channeling it again, but they're keeping it neutral. They're wasting away. Ooh. Solar Flare whiffing. Just cooking a little bit of rock right there. And it'll stave him off. It was a worthwhile ultimate to kind of just get them back so they get their turret back and stop the bleeding. 368, 378, so almost 200 points in the lead from community, and they're going to engage on it. Oh my goodness, with the taunt. Zephyral gets in the middle of the team, though, puts good damage down. It's 2 for 1 so far. Oh my goodness, the next target, Livewire, going to fall down to that Yasuo, though. They get an Ignite onto, oh my goodness, it's not enough as the flow pops to save his life. So close to dying, and then they win a 4 for 1 exchange. Riven went down, but Riven put out big deeps before she fell.
Captain Marvelous coming in hot. And going out just as hot. That was very quick. Goodbye, Shin.
Yeah. Game over. I'm sorry.
Okay,
tried. Ooh, a good solar flare. Oh no, but there goes Cat. Gets 1, 2. Third reset. Doesn't get the kills. But gets a Shen ult, just in case. And they lost their point just for a second. They're all grouped up. Got to spread out around that point. Cat brings too much AoE, along with, well, actually, between Cat, Livewire, and Barakiri, they have a good amount of AoE on their team.
And Captain Marvelous can taunt them all up and make them stand in it with no response. XGNR are going to get jumped on.
He gets jumped on. Pops the intervention, though. Zed's there to follow up with some big damage. He picks up 2. Kale picks up 1. They're fighting this one off. 3 kills for Zed right there. He picks up a Quadra before he dies. And crazy Zed damage. I mean, I heard a Ghost Blade, and then it was just like people started exploding.
My goodness. That was brutal. That
Riot's like, oh, we don't care about Zed. We were going to play him anyways.
I have no idea what even happened. I don't even know what happened to that Diana. Just the poppings. The popping was real. Whew.
Random on the Trender Blender. Does not pick up any kills. He was chopping away at Iron Stylus. Probably not the one you want to pick out of all 3 of those. But they're going to jump in. They get a good taunt onto 3. But Talon trades 1 for 1. They get the knock up. Captain Kickass trying to follow up right here. XGenAir as backup. And they're just going to fall back into the brush. They're going to take what they got. They got a good neutralization. They didn't get the cap. They wanted that, you know, that 10% damage would really help push them back in the lead. But if they can keep Pato alive, Pato, they're going to have a good team fight.
Absolutely, and it's also about avoiding Livewire just like that. Just getting a little out of his range. Do not let him pull you back in with a Moonfall, and then just turn back around and blow up the very squishy Diana.
Yeah, if she doesn't land the Crescent Strike and she jumps in, you know she's stuck right where she's standing.
Even trying to flash out that time wasn't enough. Beautiful initiation from Iron Stylus.
3-man Solar Flare. They go in there. They don't kill Captain Kickass, but they do knock up and interrupt her ultimate. XGenAir just putting out the damage from the backside. Pato XGenAir just mopping up the kills right there. 2 for each. They are going to get the neutralization. Pato going to try and go slow down. Livewire gets shut down, but they get the cap. XGenAir goes 1v1, picks up the kill with help from the tower, and that sweet, sweet 10% damage buff. And now that Kale, they have so many huge threats on their team, whereas the main damage is coming out of Cat and Trendemir for the other side. They have too many targets to focus, and they also have intervention to deal with.
Oh, that was just kind of cute to watch. 4 people dive onto 1 Kale. The tower will protect me. No, it won't. Not even remotely. I'll tell you one thing though. If this Kale, hang on, right, there's Nashor's Tooth. There's the Blade of the Road King Phantom Dancer. Okay, this Kale is terrifying. Can I just say that? This Kale is super scary. So much.
Yeah,
damage.
it's a lot of auto attack damage. A lot. Zephyr's actually going to go in, even though they just lost somebody. And the re-engagement just annihilates the Riven. The intervention comes down for Iron Stylus. Tredemir's chopping away, not picking up any kills, but Talon will. And it's a full house. Tredemir's over Talons as they ace the Riot team.
If that initiation comes 5 seconds later and there's an intervention, that fight goes completely the other direction and Riot regain control of the game.
Iron Stylus going to engage right here. But they don't have the burst. They don't have any damage to take out Random, who has no ultimate. Captain Marvelous, who doesn't have anything defensive because all you can build is swords. Marvelous goes down, and now it's XGenAir's turn to lay down the damage. Cat's getting in there. She does get the resets, though. So much damage coming down. Zephyr puts an end to that. Who has the cooldowns? It's a Quadra kill, and Zephyr mopping up everybody. 4 swords above his name right there.
Oh, man.
Like I said, they have so many threats that even if you take out the Zed and the Kale, you still got Riven to worry about.
I just want to point out the entire community team just respawned at the exact same time. Or maybe it was just 4 people, but either way, I looked over at the portraits on the left, and it was 2, 1, boom, everyone respawned. These guys are completely in sync. I love it. I'm loving the team play.
I wonder if voice chat has anything to do with that. They are still down quite a bit. 150 points is no laughing matter. But they're at the point now where they can pick up kills. As long as they don't lose their turret, then they'll stay at the same amount of points.
Exactly, yeah. For community at this point, it's all about the capture. Obviously, you need to kill people in order to do that, but that's the only way they'll be able to continue progressing through this game to actually get the cap. And they take about half the tower's health away on that push, so looking pretty good so far for them.
Yeah, Random getting a little bit too close. Probably, I mean, you want to bait yourself as Trendemir, but not that much. A good double stun. They go all in for Captain Kickass, annihilating her before she can ult. The damage is coming down. Random's the only one left alive with his ultimate up. He will be able to pick up a kill, but the orchestrated assault from Riot just wiping them up. I mean, they got the solar flare they wanted, and everybody just piled in. They said Cat first, and then just clean up after that. Because Cat, if she gets her Death Lotus off, uninterrupted, has just been shredding down their team, and she's unable to do it right there.
And absolutely. So the main concern has to be avoiding Cat, but also avoiding Shen, because Shen is this Katarina's best option to get those uninterrupted ults in. As you see, if he's able to get those AoE taunts down as Cat goes in at the exact same time, if they're able to line up their timing just like that, Captain Kickass will deal like 2,000 damage in like a half a second across the entire team. It's ridiculous.
Not to mention, if she gets that reset, she can just start mashing buttons. Just face roll. Spin blink, blades.
Is Oh My Goodness aware of his revived totem? Did anybody tell him?
I don't think so. He's the only one I haven't seen has had 2 charges since level 8.
Yeah, I don't know that I ever saw him use his first one. I think he lost it when he picked up his third. I'm not 100% sure on that one, though.
Barakiri goes in, but gets wiped off the face of the map. Zephyr goes in, lays down good damage, but will fall, and that's Cat just spinning around, doing so much damage. And that is what we just talked about that we didn't want to see happen. Cat able to get a full ultimate off, shreds down the team, gets a few jumps after the resets, and they trade 3 kills for the ace and the cap, which is even more important at the moment because the resources are dwindling for the Riot team as they spawn as a wave of 5. Oh my goodness, not sure what he wants to buy. And they're going in ham. Zephyr's going to lock up Captain Marvelous. He is going to fall. Random is very low, has the Ignite on him. Last tick will take him out. Zephyr credited with that. And now they go back and recap. And the death timer is getting a little bit longer now. I mean, we're looking at 20, 30 seconds. Iron Stylist finds too many people in the bush. Captain Kickass goes in, picks up 2 kills right there. Livewire trying to go do the 1v1, unable to do so. Captain Kickass waits, goes in, but doesn't pick up what she needs. And that's actually going to be an ace for Riot. Pato not being focused, but they have revives on the community side, and they are spawning very quickly. So, some defense coming out. Pato does not get the neutralization, but will get out alive.
Props to Oh My Goodness there for using the attack move as he was moving forward. As soon as Barakiri blinked behind him, he immediately got the auto attack for the kill. Oh My Goodness going to get locked up and killed. But again, he's still got 2 revives. If he wants to drop one of those down, he'll be ready with the rest of his team. Won't have to wait the 20 seconds in the respawn box.
Yeah, Random is capped attack speed right now on Trendemir.
Yeah, that's never fun to have to try to deal with.
Oh, the damage
also
though.
Pointing out that I was just going to say, for the most part, items that build out of swords deal attack damage, and Trendemir was able to take so much of your attack damage away with his W, but it doesn't seem to be helping them out at this point at all, as Riot are just walking over them in these team fights again and again.
Yeah, Cat with the Shun Poo, as she just gets flushed instantly. Like, she got absolutely rocked. Like, she blinked behind, I think it was Pato, and then Riven instantly got the 3rd hit of the Q, popped her up, and then they all got annihilated.
So Riot, if they can stall out long enough for Superior to get here, it'll be 5-on-5 again. Pato was the one initiated on, but he gets the intervention. He's going to try to keep himself alive. Captain Kickass goes in. Beautiful double knockup from Oh My Goodness. Goes in for the ult, but it doesn't matter as the community side wipe out 4 and lose none.
They will get only the recap, though. They're not going to be able to get any headway here. There's the Ghostblade being popped, trying to go 1v1. And Captain Marvel's like, wait. No, I was just kidding. Just kidding. Just slowing you down.
I make jokes. If you don't appreciate jokes, this is just jokes, guys.
Oh, the taunt on the Zephyral, and that's game over. Pretty easy kill, but there's a double lockdown. Captain Kickass being the second one, gets stunned again. Barakiri getting out with a Shadow Assault. Actually grabbing a lot of damage on the way out, but no kills to be found as a triple kill is mopped up by the Silver Kale. And Ace right there. And this is a big cap for Riot, coming back in a big way. They were down by 200 points, and now they're about to close the gap down to 50 easily.
You know, we mentioned this before. You know, once you hit that 100 resources remaining mark, the only way for the community side to score is to, you know, to get a whole bunch of kills and then be able to cap the tower, or at least neutralize it and get the 1-0 advantage. And whereas the Riot side are scoring in every single one of these team fights, every kill they pick up, they're picking up the points for those. So it's been pretty exciting. They're kind of hanging on to this one.
Ooh, and they have a split-up fight with no wombo combo, and they get aced under their tower. Intervention on the Iron Stylus. He popped the Solar Flare, locked everybody down, and they're able to pick up those kills right there. And now it's Community. It's 1-1 so far for the night. Riot's won one game, Community's won one game, and this is the deciding factor on who goes 2-1 tonight. And Riot looking like they're in the driver's seat. Now they're all at about half health. They do not have any ultimates up except for the Yasuo ultimate. And they have to go versus Community. Can they get a good Death Lotus off? It's all on Captain Kickass's shoulder.
For as long as they can. They just need to keep this neutral as long as they can.
Ooh, so they trade 1 for 2 right there. Trendemir gets a double kill. They're defending for a long time right here. They're going to even out the points. Oh my goodness, grabs another kill. And they go 3 for 5. Very well played. And they actually get the point lead. Absolutely. So pretty much the person, if they get the next clean ace, wins this game.
It was such a huge cap for Riot before winning the team fight the way that they did, being able to run it, because as we saw going into that fight, there was about 120 points left for the side of Community, and they got 20 seconds of respawn timers ticking while they had both points captured. And that was what kind of brought it down even before that fight started, and the little bit of extra time ended up giving them the slight resource lead. Riot are looking poised to just come right back and actually pick this win up, despite being behind for the majority of the game.
Yeah, it's getting pretty intense.
This is also the only time in League of Legends that you will see a Leona chasing a Katarina around. In fact, a couple fights ago, Iron Stylus picked up the kill because he dropped the Gunblade on the cat and got into range to pick up the kill. That usually works the other way around. Ooh, the shuriken. So close. Look at that kill damage.
LimeWire really should just suicide right here and then get back with the team whenever they push up the minions.
He's a liability right now.
He is. I mean, what's he going to do? Right, there's no Wooglets, so he can't really go in and pop the Wooglets. And the fight comes out. They focus on Exgenair. He gets the ult off on himself, though. And that's a 2-0 exchange. The damage coming out from Riot is picking up kill after kill. Will they end the game, or will Barakiri pull something out right here? They'll end the game. Triple kill coming out from Zed, who is going to dance it out right there. In fact, it's actually a little bit worse for Community that Barakiri died as late as he did, because they won't have all 5 people when they come out for this big push to try to get them re-neutralized. Random goes in, takes a lot of hate, gets the ultimate up, starts chopping away, doesn't finish off anybody though. As Captain Marvelous is knocked up and taken out, Captain Kickass though gets the resets, comes in with a quick pentakill, and ace and falls to the tower. Can Barakiri, who wasn't there, actually get the neutralization? He'll have time, but oh my.
Even with the neutralization, it's still going to take down until he actually has the cap. It's 1-0 right now. They're going to lose, I think, 3 more points on that before he's able to take it down. There it is, 16-57. Zephyrial deserves huge props for that, because he split that fight up. Even though he ended up going down, he bought a lot of time, and kind of delayed how long it was until community were able to come back and actually recap the point. But you got Cat in those situations, lots of low health targets with not a lot of support. You're just gonna bounce around, clean everybody up. Captain Kickass, bringing the pain on that Katarina.
Xgenair gets a little bit of initiation, gets Captain Marvelous down to half health, which is a big deal at this point in the fights. Livewire takes a big amount of damage too. Look how fast Xgenair is with the move speed items. No boots now, just has Zephyr, just full build. Full build, doing so much damage. Needs to be the one focused, but how do you get past the intervention? It has to be a taunt, silence, moonfall to just lock him up. And it's too difficult right now. KO a little too slippery with that move speed.
Absolutely. And we haven't really pointed this out yet, but the Riot side still have the ace in the hole of, oh my goodness, being able to revive twice if he wants to. If he ever decides that he wants to. They've got that insurance policy tucked away there somewhere. As long as somebody actually tells him, hey, if you hit this button at the right time, you'll be able to get on the map again.
Oh, Captain Marvelous whiffs the taunt! So Valkyrie goes in to try and get a kill. Zed will fall. They trade 1 for 1. Random now, really far ahead, but has the ultimate. Will not die. Oh, the Cat ult gets interrupted by, oh my goodness, who locks him down. And Xgenair cleans up so many kills. Picks up a Quadra. Almost have another pentakill right there. The ace is out. Can they cap it? Minions beating on them, but they don't care. It's going to be the neutralization. Then this should be the game. I don't think they're fast enough. They popped the Ghost Blades. Random's trying to get there. Oh, they only get the neutralization, so they will be another fight. But precious, precious, precious points are being whittled away off the community side right here.
Riot's been at 57 points for like the last 130 community points. They have the goal line defense has been so strong from Riot's side, as they will not allow community to recap their point now that they're down into. I kind of think of this as being like in basketball. Now that they're in the penalty, they just absolutely will not give them that opportunity.
I mean, oh, like the double, double bonus. Yes.
Yep.
I was like, penalty?
I know that doesn't make it
like hockey, like the power play.
I know that doesn't really make any sense, but it's like the difference in rules and the way things end up working out because of being in the later stages of the game, effectively. In basketball, it's by how many fouls you accrue, which is kind of a way of keeping track of how long the game's been going on. In League of Legends, or in this one, how many resources you've depleted.
I mean, if you look at the kills, oh no, Iron Stylus actually gets a whiff right there. Captain Marvelous puts up the ghost, they get the taunt, they get the lockdown, Kale is dead. Pato's next, Talon picks up 2 kills, but the perfect Yasuo ult locks a bunch of people down. Iron Stylus is all alone, and it's going to be a community ace. They have 18 seconds. That might be GG.
Oh my goodness.
The Kale lockup.
My goodness.
The Kale lockup. Oh no.
Captain Marvelous, I mean, that's they have to keep track of the shit, period. He didn't even get his ult off in that fight, but it doesn't matter. If he gets the taunt onto a high priority target, he kept Xgenair from ulting. And that straight up won them that fight. That is the highest priority.
Redemption Stylus. Oh, does not get it. Pato's in there. He gets the ult off. They put big damage down. They're wiping him out, but they have to recap their own tower and recap their tower and try to do it at the same time. The res from Captain Marvelous is going to try and stop them. Zephyr's going to jump forward. They do get the neutralization, but Captain Marvelous will fall. So they're going to have the double cap in just a second, but they lost a lot of points. That should be GG. Riot comes back. Gets the clean ace, and that's going to be GG. What an intense 38-minute game. Well played on both sides, but Riot comes out with a big W.